What do you think of when you look at this photo? Hopefully all of you thought that this was a teacher and she was teaching her students. That's what I'm actually going to talk to you about today. Yes, we all know this one. Holidays and summer vacation. Whoever said that was a bad thing? Well, a lot of people will complain that teachers shouldn't get their summers off. But most people don't realize that when students go home, the teachers' jobs aren't really done. Most teachers stay until 5, finishing work, and then they might even bring it home. Sometimes they also have to grade during weekends, do projects. Most people don't realize the amount of work that teachers put in, planning lessons a week in advance, getting supplies ready, grading projects and tests. Summer vacation, you might think that they're just off relaxing, which some teachers might be. But a lot of them are also doing trainings, going to school again, and also tweaking those lesson plans that you might have not gotten right the first time. Because I can already hear it now. Your student is having a bad day. Your student won't listen, and you're having a bad day as a teacher. This stuff happens, and you can't let it get down, or get you down, or your students down. You kind of just have to pick your head up and say that I'm not going to give up, because that's not even in my job description as a teacher. And you also have to tell your students that they should never give up, and they should always keep working forward to their true potential that they can achieve. So instead of having a bad day, let's have a good day. Now, really though, we should all have a good day no matter what. You can always start off having a good day and end badly, or vice versa. But you have to keep in mind that your students will also go through this, and you can't hold that against them. You kind of just have to say, hey, if you need 5 minutes, take 5 minutes, relax, cool down, I'll come back to you, and then we'll talk about it later. And that's what it also is important to be a teacher. You have to be there for your students, no matter what. They have problems in their lives, and you can't forget that, and that actually might affect them learning. So now that we covered all the boring information, let's talk about why teaching is such a rewarding job. When it comes to teaching, you have to be passionate about it, and that's what makes the job great. The more you put into it, the more your students will benefit, and the more you'll love going to work, and your students will love going to school. You are given the curriculum to work with, and you have the luxury on how you want to teach the material. You can either do it by book, which sometimes you'll have to, or you can put some fun into learning. Now, not every lesson will be like this, of course, but the ones that you can make interesting, you should. You can teach a lesson about different cultures, and even how you can even webcam or video chat them, write pen pal letters, all that kind of fun stuff. That's just an example. And there's so many more ideas that you can do with teaching. Bouncing ideas off of other teachers, or just creating your own. Finding them online, Pinterest, anything. You are the job. Your job is to create your material, and also you get to create your own workspace. And you get to decide how you want to create it. Why wouldn't you want to make this fun and a positive place for your students to be? If they're there for over 7 hours a day, then yeah, you should make it a little interesting. And going into the job, you should want to make it interesting. You should want to be passionate about it. Our ultimate goal as teachers is really to make a difference in our students' lives. And you won't see that right away, and it will take time for this to happen. But when it does, all of your hard work will pay off, because you are the one that didn't give up on your students. We are there to inspire them and give them courage to become a better learner, because they have it in them. We do not accept failure in our students. We will try every resource we will look up, ask, get advice from other teachers on how to help a student succeed. Most teachers become teachers because they had one inspire them to become one. We get asked that question all the time about why and who inspired us to want to become a teacher. And I'm sure we can all think back to that one time that we knew a great teacher that inspired us. Mine was my first grade teacher. She was the best, and she made me love teaching to the point where I knew right then and there that this was what I wanted to be for the rest of my life, because I knew I could shape young kids' minds and have a good outcome for them in the end.